Hi. Okay, this one is supposed to be done with music. It's a little movement meditation. And because I don't know how to navigate copyright stuff, I would love to record this meditation with the music that I have in mind playing in the background, but I'm not going to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record this without music and advise you to go to this playlist, which I will link with the video. It's called Easy Movement. It's on my Spotify account, and you can just start from the beginning. So if you need a moment to set that up before we begin, you can do that. You can pause this recording, and maybe you just want to have it playing gently in another browser or the Spotify app. Okay, so when you're ready, you can sit in a comfortable position. And I invite you to close your eyes. And just bring your attention into the felt sense field of the body. And you can start by noticing your breath. And notice how it's already moving you. There's already movement happening. Even when you think you're still. And there's always some movement, some spark of movement. So feel how your body is already being moved. And let the music into your system. And the point of the music is that it creates a sense of fluidity. So maybe you can invite that quality in. And just noticing there's this fluidity between all of your organs, all of your joints, even between all of your cells. We think we're these solid beings, and we can become quite rigid in that. But if we remember that we're like 80% water or whatever it is, and there's actually this fluid encompassing each of our little individual cells, this kind of bulbous sacs of our organs sit in all of this fluidity. It suddenly invites in all of this fluidity of movement and the ability to move in ways that we didn't even imagine when we were picturing ourselves as stiff and solid. So just invite that awareness in, invite that visual into your consciousness. And if you haven't already, you can start moving a little bit. And maybe it's like you notice the source of movement that's already happening inside you, and you decide to move from there. And it can be really subtle too. It does not have to be some big dramatic gesture. In fact, the subtler it is, it might be even more powerful because it forces you to listen really closely, to listen and feel really closely. And that's what we're aiming for. We're aiming to notice all of the movement that's present, even in the smallest movement. So you might be sitting, but you might be rocking a little bit. And so just notice where the source, where the center of the movement is. And just be very present there. Just feeling the movement. It doesn't matter what it is. Don't try and kind of think about it too hard or come up with something. You're getting out of your head. You're just letting your body speak, your body move as it's wanting to move. And when we are so present with a movement, it can be really satisfying. So just notice the sensations that are there. Any sensation can be satisfying. It might be like there might be a pain there that you're kind of stretching as you move. That feels satisfying. You might notice heat, you might notice expansion. And you're just following the inclination of the body, letting it guide you, letting it show you how it wants to move. The movement might change and transform as we're doing this. So just follow its lead. And it may be inclined to move in ways that are very not typical for you. So it might be like, oh, I never stretch my stomach like this. Or maybe there's attention to like a certain vertebra, a certain place in your spine that wants to open. You're just giving it all the attention that it wants, letting it move in these uncharacteristic ways. And breathing as you do this. Don't forget to breathe. And the breath is very much part of the movement too. So it can be this kind of synchronized experience, whole body experience. And just notice also as you do this, your attention might be centered in a certain area. But your whole body is being affected. And so if you're moving from the hip, let's say, you might notice that you can feel the movement all the way in your toes or in your shoulders. Everything is connected. So you can let yourself feel that and really feel the whole body engaged. The whole body engaged as one. Breathing, breathing. And you might feel different life forces crop up. So you might feel a spirit of curiosity. You can let the spirit of curiosity guide you. It might be like, oh, I want to try moving this spot that I'm never really present in. And it can be, again, something really subtle. Maybe it's like your jaw. And maybe it's moving from your clavicle or one of your shoulders. You can feel all the micro movements and whatever bigger movements are happening. And as you play around, that's really what this is. It's an exploration. Just notice what happens in your consciousness. Because when you're moving in new ways, it induces this neuroplasticity. It's just like a child when they're learning how to move, learning how to walk, and they're so neuroplastic. Very different from when we're adults. We can get kind of locked into these holding patterns holding shapes. And so you're stepping out of that for a moment and allowing yourself to explore the consciousness, which is really stored in your body. The consciousness that's below, kind of precedes any kind of chronic holding posture. So again, just being curious. Maybe it's letting your head swivel in new ways. And noticing the fluidity when we're not tense. And we're remembering that we're this particulate matter. We think we're solid, but we're made up of all of these individual particles that can kind of roll over and on top of one another. You have so much more expanded range of movement. So you can just picture that as you're doing this. And just savoring. You're following what feels good. And letting that goodness rewire your system. And this is an invitation to be really embodied, just really deeply embodied. And let your breath massage all your different organs, all your little cells. And massaging from the inside. There's one more thing I want to invite you to notice. If you feel complete at this moment, you can come out. Otherwise, I'll invite one more thing, and this is something for you to remember when you do any movement outside of here too, is you're noticing the consciousness, your consciousness as you're doing this. And you might become aware of different presences inside you. So it might be like, oh, I really feel like a child when I'm doing this movement. I feel young, or I feel like a teenager. Or I feel like an animal, whatever animal it might be. You might feel masculine, or you might feel feminine. Or you might feel like a certain archetype. And this is all just your psyche, the mystery of the psyche speaking through you. So there's no right or wrong, it's a gift. It's just your soul, your deeper self communicating with you. And these parts come out when we're listening, but also if we're moving in ways that we're not usually allowing ourselves to. It kind of gives a pathway of expression for something that might be inside that we may have not been attuned to or kind of given space to. And so just enjoy it. Enjoy whatever force might be coming out, or emotion too, that's another force. And just let it express. Let it express itself authentically, because it's usually not given room to come out. So if you're moving in ways that feel a little weird, that's okay. Just give yourself a chance. You're letting this force speak through you. You're letting it show you about itself. It's communicating with you. It might not make sense to you, whatever the movements are, but it doesn't have to. Just follow the mystery. Follow the unknown of what's unfolding in the movement, and you might gain deeper awareness as you let it happen. And you let yourself move in these untraditional ways. Just be curious. Whatever's going through is important. It might just be some vital energy. Might be trying to tell you something about your nature that is beyond the confines of how you usually experience yourself, conceive of yourself. So just have fun with it. So you can continue to do this as long as you want. And I'm going to end the recording here, but you can continue to do it as long as you want and come out whenever you're ready.